Hello, dear educators. Welcome to another episode of Discuss Education. This is knowledge series where we discuss education with an eminent academician. And today we are going to discuss 21st century university. And we have with us Dr. Raman Jha, Vice Chancellor of the ICFAI University Jharkhand, former Vice Chancellor of Amity University Jharkhand, former Vice Chancellor of Indus International University Himachal Pradesh, former principal of Surendra Institute of Engineering and Management, West Bengal, and former dean of Sikkim Manipal Institute of Technology. So it is my immense pleasure to welcome Dr. Raman Jha. Hello, sir. Welcome to Discuss Education.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Sir, first of all, thank you so much for accepting our request, our invitation. I thank you in the name of Linways as well as Discuss Education. Sir, before we move to the session, I will give you an introduction to us, who we are and why we are doing what we are doing. So,
My introduction?
no, sir, I said I will give you an introduction about us. Is my voice audible, sir? Is there any clarity issues?
Yes. 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 Right.
Okay, fine, sir. So, sir, Linways, our organization, is an academic management system provider for higher educational institutions. So, we've been enabling data-driven digital transformation for around 200 colleges now across India. So that's what we do, our organization does. And the people we interact with or the community that we serve is the teaching community. So, so we thought of doing something for the teaching community as a tribute. And that's how we came up with the idea of Discuss Education. So, Discuss Education is basically a platform where educators can come together, learn from each other, and inspire each other. So, in Discuss Education, what we do is we organize virtual as well as physical events for educators. The last event we conducted was a webinar on the curriculum and credit framework for UG programs. So it was the first event in India to talk about that topic. And we also conduct interviews with eminent academicians so that their knowledge can be shared with other educators in the community. So this is the idea of Discuss Education. So that was our introduction, sir. So once again, I thank you so much for making it here today. So without wasting much time, shall we start the session, sir?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So, sir, the topic for today was 21st century education. And the first question I would like to ask you is, with advancements in technology and the changing needs of students, how do you envision the role of the university evolving in the 21st century? Also, what are the characteristics or features that you believe define a modern university?
Right. It's a big question.
Okay.
And let me be. How much of time do we have?
So this is a 30-minute session, sir.
How
But
much of time?
we have 30 minutes,
30
sir.
minutes.
30 minutes session. Yes, sir.
All right. See, there is no doubt that the technology is advancing and
Yes.
will continue advancing in a very big way.
Yes, yes.
Possibly, it is already imagined that it may replace the human being itself. So, especially the teaching community is facing this brunt because they feel that knowledge is now available on their fingertips. So, technology plays that role. And naturally, so if there are things which are bookish in nature, uh, uh, and if they are put on the Google or any Wikipedia or any of the digital platforms, it is easily accessible to all because of the internet speed that now we have. But at the same time, while the technology has advanced to whatever extent you can imagine, I can go on, but let me limit.
No, sir, you
There
please
are
continue. It's okay.
obviously the requirements for the students which will also change, because one is that they need to adapt to the new technology, learn about it, make use of it, and then possibly make use of that to advance in their own choice of career. Now, if the student is confused in terms of the direction of career or the way forward in life, then there will be issues. In case a student is very clear that I need this, 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 and this, then your directions may be very, very obvious, and people can actually make a choice in those 1, 2, 3 directions, and have all the help of the technology. Now, you say, how do you envision the role of the university evolving in 21st century? See, university becomes the center point where now the UGC says even the degree is not important. You just need credits and you will get the degrees. So university will be a point wherein they come to collect their, I would say, not only the lessons, but go through them, and the experts who are there in the university, who are actually doing research in those areas, either in technology or in pedagogy or in delivery or even in written text, or guiding them to the right kind of website on the Google or anywhere else, or going through the right books. E-books are also available. So university becomes a center where these deliveries will be taking place. Of course, the type of, I think, requirements that the university also has to adopt in the 21st century will be altogether different. It has to be now project-based. Why? Why should we go to project-based? See, what is happening is people were taking degrees and going to the market and not getting jobs, which it itself meant that industries which are keeping pace with the technology need people with the knowledge as well as the depth, as well as the know-how of its functioning.
Yes.
Now, that was not being taught in terms of the curriculum in the university. So the university has to adapt now to go and be connected with the industry, the latest things coming in, and then pass it to the student. If the students are ready for the industry, well, they will succeed in any direction that they want to choose. I think you extended the question to
Yes.
something like modern university. So
Yeah.
modern university has to be a very, very good mix of the Eastern and the Western world. That's what I would put it as.
Okay.
See, the Western world has focused on development. One word, development, through science and technology, through research, through going deeper into making our lives better and better and better and better. But they have only taken the utility into the focus, whereas the Eastern world has taken inclusiveness into the focus. They have not gone into the luxury aspect of human being. Rather, they focus on which is the internal voice of the human being. Now, if the internal voice says something else and you have the luxury because of whatever reasons, then you don't actually evolve to a different level. This evolution aspect or higher level of thinking, or maybe you can call that as conscious level of thinking, has not been taken into focus in the Western world. So the modern university will have to be a mix of the two, and a true mix of the two. It cannot be unidirectional. It has to be, I would say, omnidirectional, multidirectional, and the thinking pattern cannot be again in any one dimension vectorially, but spherically.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Yes. So shall we move to the next question, sir?
Please, please.
Okay. So, sir, this is the age of digitalization. So, in this age, in the age of in the digital age, online education and remote learning have gained significant popularity. So how do you see the integration of technology and online platforms shaping the future of higher education? And what are the advantages and also the challenges associated with this shift?
As I said earlier in the first question also, when you have technology, like we are talking on a technological platform now, so technology will remain. Now I can deliver this and people can listen to this. It can be stored, it can be heard at any point of convenience. So these facilities now exist. So what you need to learn is available. So in the digital age, as you said, the online education or education through internet facilities or YouTube or through any storage media, you can learn. See, there are two words in Hindi. Can I speak
Yeah, sure, sir,
few words
please.
in Hindi? I can give you the translation in English
Please
as
go ahead,
well.
sir, please.
There is something called nature, which is called Prakriti. Now, Prakriti is prior work done. We call nature as nature, but essentially in Hindi, the meaning is the work which is already done prior to your birth, which means what? Research has to be done to understand nature. Nature is already existing. So there is nothing new in research that you need to do, is to research, searching of already what is existing. So you can say you can gain knowledge from online system. Yes, I have gained this. But where will you apply if you don't understand nature? If you don't understand yourself? So that is the gap that is existing. If you don't understand where all can this be utilized, energy is what we all understand everything in terms of, but the atom has that energy, and we understood the atom in greater detail, but where is it to be used? It will be used only consciously for betterment of human being or for destruction of human being. Both are all possibilities. So this integration of technology, online education with the future education is a must. One part. But gurus cannot be replaced because its uses, the machine is not going to tell me, please use me only for cutting your fruit. It can cut anything wherever you apply it. So machines work as per your instruction. We should not become machines. Human aspect of it, utilization aspect of it, I would say moral aspect of it. I would even go on to think that our very existence aspect of it, the natural aspect of it, cannot be forgotten. So that's what there are advantages, there are disadvantages associated with this shift. If you only shift towards Western side, you have seen what destructions are even now taking place. The world is fighting for what? I don't know. Mother Earth is a Mother Earth for everybody. We should work on for its betterment together rather than fighting for my land or his land or her land. Now, this consciousness will only come when you think as one human being, part of the same God, oneness, togetherness.
Yes.
I think there lies the issue. Of course, it is an important part of education itself. Nothing else can remove it. So university has that.
All right, sir. That was really interesting. So, the next question, sir. The 21st century is marked by an increasing emphasis on interdisciplinary collaboration and innovation. So how can universities foster an environment that promotes interdisciplinary research and prepares students for the complex challenges of the future? Should I repeat, sir?
Very good. No, I
All right.
I could get your point. One point that you mentioned was interdisciplinary collaboration and innovation.
Yes.
Only yesterday, I think our Prime Minister very clearly said that we are ready to collaborate in any manner with any country in the world. Right? The G20 leadership has come to India. Earlier, I think India was being isolated because the Western felt they were developed. Even though we started feeling jealous of that development of the Western world, but there were people with wisdom. So there was one word I had used earlier, nature. and the other word was wisdom, which is pragya in Hindi. So Prakriti and pragya are the two essential elements. So nature, which is the natural way in which we have come to deliver or to make this earth better or to make our lives maybe meaningful. But you cannot make it meaningful just by using a technology. You will have to have a purpose. For what purpose is this being used? Now, if I cannot achieve a purpose individually, what else is left? I will have a companion. I will have a collaborative organization. Now, I cannot have everything in my house. So let there be, I have a suggestion rather, that the national education policy, which says that collaboration and innovation has to be done in a joint manner. That is the thing which has to be done, because you cannot be expert in everything. You will have a problem which can be multidimensional, which can be interdisciplinary. How do you solve it unless you collaborate? In a family, there are people collaborating to make sense. These five fingers will collaborate to lift things or hit somebody. So there is always a need for a collaboration. Human beings as an individual have no existence. It's like a dust in the whole cosmos.
Yes.
So if there are collaborations, there will be magical impacts. And if you're together, that magic can come faster and faster and faster. There is no need for using technology for destruction. So 21st century, which you say is an aspect of innovation. Why should we not innovate? We have this brain with ourselves. Every student is equally intelligent, but is the intelligent used for the right cause is the issue. Yes. University teachers will have to work with the student in a collaborative manner. Come, my little boy, I will tell you how to do it. He has to do it once. Later, students will start following. If the teacher escapes from teaching, the student will escape from life.
Yes.
So teacher has a very, very big role to play, and it goes in all directions of research. And of course, students will have to be ready to receive. See, nothing is possible without hard work. Nothing is possible without sincerity. Nothing is possible without sweating. Nothing is possible. Can you score a goal without hitting the ball?
Never.
Unfortunately, we are becoming lazy. Let somebody score the ball. I will only win and take the medal. Well, this is not possible. Even though there are 11 players, all 11 will have to play a role, and maybe multi-dimensional role. If somebody is, say, falling sick, somebody else has to come in place. That's collaboration. That is how innovation will really grow.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. So the next question. The traditional model of lecture-based learning is being questioned in the face of emerging pedagogical approaches such as project-based learning, experiential learning, and flipped classrooms. So how can universities adapt their teaching methods to engage and empower students in the rapidly changing world?
That's right. Very, very good question. See, unless there are challenges by individuals, society, a group of people, the older people will not change. They have got used to a system. They are in their comfort zone. They are happy getting their salary, getting their pension. You remove their salary, you remove their pension, you see the commitment. Yes. So the commitment is not to the cause, but for his own survival. I think the government should adopt a policy whereby survival is taken care by somebody in some manner. Rest is how much can you innovate? How much positivity can you bring in? How many people can you impact? How many countries have you entered through your knowledge, through your creativity, through your innovation? So traditional method will have to go, because they were based on earlier system of only giving. Now the knowledge is available with the student. The student will question you that you are speaking something which is already written in a book. Why should I listen to you? So that is called I would say in Hindi it is called Shreshtata. In English you can say your superiority in terms of knowledge, your sincerity in terms of your purpose, your regularity and discipline in terms of what you showcase yourself, and therefore what you appear to the student will be the reaction of the student for you. So you have a greater challenge as a teacher, as a university, that you must attract the student to deliver the best in the world, not only best, I would say multi-dimensionally best. So your student will never fail in any direction is the kind of student you need to produce. So it is not that student is ready in some skill. He has to be ready to adapt himself to changing skills also, which means you have to teach him how to learn rather than learn this much. So that's a new change which will happen. Now, how to learn? If there is a flipped classroom concept as you used, flipped classroom, the teacher sits and the student comes. He may have new ideas. See who wins the Nobel Prize. Have you heard the 60 years older winning any Nobel Prize? Nobel Prize is won between 20 and 30 years of age. Don't you think they are more intelligent than elders who have missed it already?
Yes.
Be it Nobel Prize, be it any contribution, be it any innovation, anything new will come in your age. I'm seeing you as that age bracket. In the age to whom I am possibly addressing. So innovation is coming at the early age. Therefore, education at the early age has to change. Traditional things cannot exist because of the technological advancement. And there are ways of using it. Project-based learning is one, skill-based learning is one. I would say gender-based learning can be another. It can be experiential learning, because see, we can share our experiences where we failed. But these days, students do not want to fail. They only want to pass. Now, if that is the thought process, you have to think how not to fail, rather than only expecting the result to pass, which is our Mahabharata teaching of the karma yogi. Unless you do the karma, you will not have the fruits for it. Many a times, even if you do the karma, you do not get the fruits. So students' mindset will have to be changed by teachers. Their bending towards literature, scripture, wisdom, the wisdom of olden days will have to be revisited. Only yesterday I was looking at a YouTube channel where they said that first medicine Nobel Prize went to somebody who discovered molecular way of understanding the diseases. So molecular medicine came out possibly way back early the first medicine this Nobel Prize went.
Okay.
But then he also narrated this molecular way of doing things was already done maybe 8,000 years ago by our system, Ayurveda or yoga. We therefore were neglected or not considered for Nobel Prize. We don't know why so many doctors at that time did not protest, because we were slaves. So that was the mentality. So we have been pressurized because of idiotic outsiders who have come to loot us. Now comes the time to become free from all that mindset. Learn as much as you can, evolve as much as you can at the same time. If you don't evolve as a human being, even learning is a waste. Is a waste. That's how I would put it. So let the world change rapidly. You go slow in your own pace, with your passion, with your skill, with your innovative, possibly and differentiating acumen that you have, your own value system, and then you find your sphere where you can impact. So it is you as an individual, which is more important, and more use of similar kind combined together. That's the miracle which is expected.
Yes, sir. That's okay. Sir, the last question. The concept of lifelong learning has gained prominence in the recent years. So how can universities support individuals in their continuous learning journey beyond their formal education? And what role do you see universities playing in upskilling and reskilling the workforce for the demands of the 21st century job market? Shall I repeat, sir?
See,
Okay.
I have already partly answered this.
Yes, yes.
Upskilling and reskilling will have to be done because there are new skills which are coming up, new instruments which will come up. If you don't know how to use it, you are a useless person. So you will have to learn. Somebody has to teach. University will be a place. It can be a college, school level, or diploma level, whatever level. Levels can be your freedom, but you need to learn. So upskilling has to be done. Reskilling, if you don't know, if you're skilled in earlier different field, now you have to reskill in the area where your demand is more. So say communication skill. If you don't have the communication skill, can you really pass on your wisdom? Technology again will come into play, that any language, we will convert that into the language of his understanding. That is where technology will come. But wisdom has to come from you in any language. At least you should have that wisdom. What is to be done is to be done. Now, do you think knowledge is limited? Even one life is very small life. Knowledge is so unlimited. Cosmos is so big. Now we talk of multiverses, universes also existing.
Yes.
So everything is multiplying in a different manner. So can you may be able to reproduce me or yourself in exactly the same form, with the same brain set, possibly more evolved. This also is possibly using the new technology. You can produce a child of the type that you want. All that technology is coming. The future quantum computing, which may come with artificial intelligence added to it, will tell you everything related to what you're thinking or what others are thinking. BrainNet is being developed. Internet will be over very soon. It will be BrainNet. You are combined with my brain anyway. You know what is happening in my brain, and therefore possibly I can rewire myself to the extent possible for the purpose which I have chosen. So choice is of course individual, or maybe of a group, or for a collection of set of similar thinking people, because there are so many dimensions of development also. So it has to be a lifelong learning. It cannot be that I'm educated, I've cleared my IS examination, therefore I become an officer and I need not study again. Sorry, those days are gone. Every professor, I did my MTech while I was a professor. When I became a professor in physics, I did the MTech in computer science as a professor. And that gave me a chance to go and lead an engineering college. So if you are not ready to leave your comfort zone, I think even if the universities have changed, individuals have to change. And there has to be a continuous learning journey. I think there are people who are working on this lifelong learning. Yoga has to be an integrated part of your life. Good thinking, positive thinking has to be coolness, and mindfulness has to be your part and parcel of the life. Your heart always should be guiding you rather than your idiotic mind, which is the monkey, and rather than anything external, it is your internal thing which is more important. Therefore, you see changing roles, and it is not difficult at all. It is not difficult at all. Just being good is a reward in itself. You don't have to be too ambitious. Ambition will be fulfilled automatically without even planning. There is no need for even planning your life. Your heart will tell you what you are good at, and then continue doing it. I think 21st century job market, I think you ended with something called job market. Market is going to adapt himself depending on the skills available with the student or the manpower. Let me tell you that also. It is not one way only, because market is business oriented, whereas education is human oriented. Unless the two meet, India has not developed because of that non-meeting of industries and academia. Industries stay in their tower house, making money, maybe multiplying, doing all sorts of wrong marketing practices. Teachers do not know how to market themselves. They were always thinking people will come because they need this, because I am good at it. Nowadays, even teachers need to market themselves. Do you think that is a good trend? It is not a good
Yes,
trend
sir.
at all. So the demand and supply is one part of it, but quality and performance and excellence is another aspect of it. You may demand anything, pen, poor quality pen will also do. That is fine. That again will not lead to excellence and performance. So you need quality, higher quality human being, higher quality products, as well as higher quality thinking. So as a whole, you should be godlike, who is planning, implementing. So you should be more like nature, which is reorienting itself, still sustaining for so long. And it is
Yes.
not in any speed. No part of nature is speeding itself to finish its task faster. No, it is going in its slow, सने सने कहते हैं संस्कृत में. सने सने विद्या भी आती है, सने सने आपका स्नेह भी बढ़ता है, प्रेम भी बढ़ता है. सने सने आपको slowly you gain knowledge as well. You need everything faster. BMW at 19 years of age is a very wrong thought process which has come up, and that is why BMW will improve, but your knowledge will only get succumbed by the luxury that has surrounded you. I think I will end with 3 words. The facilities that you have, or that you create, or that you want in your life are not unlimited, are limited, because your life is limited. Your breath count
Yes.
is limited. So why do you need so much of facility? One, relationship is another word. You needed this infinitely. You need relationship every time, every moment, not in the morning, not in the evening, every time. So it is relationship which has to be valued, and then understanding of the two. You understand the requirement of facilities for yourself, for your family, for the society, for the region, for the nation, for the world. We will stop producing idiotic things. Those productions will go down. Good things will only prevail. And then your relationship will develop, that let me do this part, you do this part. That is the relationship and collaboration. And finally, your understanding about coexistence is existence is more important. So it is coexistence which is existence. Ultimately, well, I feel this platform can possibly ignite our younger generation, that older set of people, or I'm still not called old, but I'm old enough. But the older generations will never have a thought process to destroy your comfort space. Value them, otherwise you'll miss the wisdom. Yeah. If you miss the wisdom, even if you have the facilities, you will kill yourself earlier than possibly you would have. Earlier people lived longer than the present ones. So virus creation is artificial. Yes, artificial intelligence is required, but real intelligence is to be applied. Thank you.
All right, sir. Okay, so with that, sir, we have come to the conclusion of this session. And sir, it was a really very interesting session. I mean, the answers that you gave were like really thought-provoking. So apart from the facts, you gave a deeper meaning to what you said, and I'm very sure that it will be very much thought-provoking to the audience, to both the teaching community and, like you said, the youngsters who are watching this. So it was a really great session, sir. Thank you so much once again. I thank you in the name of Linways and Discuss Education for being a part of Knowledge Series. So it was really great, sir, and I really look forward to associating with you in future endeavors of Discuss Education. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.